Hey you guys, Missy here, and let me tell you, it is really early in the morning. So I thought that I would just quickly, because I totally spaced it out, and why I spaced it out, I don't know. I had it written down on my schedule. Anyway, the day that I am filming this is on a Friday, and I'm going to be going to this festival that's 2 days, and it's called Gentlemen on the Road, and I'm gonna go see the Foo Fighters, and I'm gonna go see Mumford & Sons. Anyway, totally forgot. A week ago I made a post, and it was about my August Ask Missy, and I was like, oh snap, look who forgot. I did. So let's get started with this. I want to make a quick disclaimer of this being said is, one, all questions about Amanda and I will answer. However, nothing is to stab anybody, nothing is a jab, nothing is drama, nothing at all. And for those who do want to know something, I consider her my friend still, so we're still working on stuff, and other than that, we're somewhat on good terms. Her life has been really busy. My life obviously has been really busy, and so probably around, I don't know, maybe September or something, I'll try to get a hold of her and hang out or something, but I've just been so busy. School has just been crazy, and there you go. Another thing I want to say is, for like all the hate and stuff like that, I'm just gonna completely ignore it. I already checked out one of my lights that I'm gonna buy, and I have set up a goal for me to do to get that, and other than that, I'm gonna completely ignore all the negativity. So I really don't care about any more dislikes or anything like that, but for now on, even with these questions, they're pretty negative, so regardless, I'm still going to be positive about it. So let's get into this. Alright. So I have here, I believe, 27 or 28 questions, something like that. I did have to delete a few because they were pretty bad, and let's just put it this way. They asked me stuff about why I'm, what was it? I wrote it down a while ago. Anyway, it was really stupid, and oh yeah, somebody asked me if I was autistic. No, I am not autistic. It's just, when I film, sometimes I forget certain things because I do not have any script. I do not, have things I'm looking at. Nothing. Sometimes my brain just goes blank. So, no, I am not autistic. Another one was, why don't I dress professionally at school? Well, I do dress professionally at school. I have to. I just absolutely have to. You have to wear black and white. You cannot wear anything else than that. And it has to be either sleeved, or it's got to be long sleeved. If you wear a dress, you have to wear tights or opaque leggings underneath. Opaque means you cannot see through. What else? Oh yeah, in regards to my hair, why I don't always do my hair. Well, I will say this, I do prefer a more natural look every day. I do prefer just foundation with maybe some eyeliner and mascara. That's what I prefer sometimes, because I just like that natural look, and I get compliments on that like all the time. But it does look like I don't have very much makeup on, and that's kind of the point of a natural look. About my hair again, if I do my hair too much, my color will fade a lot faster. So I try to do certain things and styles where I don't have to add heat to it. I don't have to add products to it. I don't have to, damage it. So that's something else. And then somebody asked me why I was so freaking stupid and why I haven't gone and shot myself already. So, that being said, I can't explain that one. I don't know what their animosity towards me is. I don't know why they hate me for some reason, but then again, everybody has a different reason of why they don't like each other. So, anyway, those were most of the negative comments that I kind of got. There was one that was way worse than that. Anyway, I had to actually go into Instagram and contact them because it was a threat. It was not just a comment. So, alright. Beth_squad, do you have any hobbies? Yes, I do. I have a lot of hobbies. I like to go camping once in a great while. I love to play my guitar. Unfortunately, because of these things, I cannot, my talons, I cannot go out and play the guitar because it's very, very difficult. I'd have to have more strings apart than that. Which they do make them like that too. And I think is really, really cool. What else do I like? I like to paint. I like to draw. I haven't been able to do that in a while because I just don't really have the time. But I've been trying to do that with my face more often now. So, people, you know, ask me like at school, like, what do you like to do for hobbies? And I say, well, you know, I like to do these things. And they're like, well, how can that be a hobby if you don't really get to do it? And I was like, that's a true statement, but there's certain things I do like to do no matter what. So, let's see. At Rain. If I impronounce any of these, I am sorry. I actually did just wake up, so I don't have like a learning disability or anything like that. I'm very tired. And I was up really, really late last night. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Oh geez, I have not watched anybody else's YouTube videos for a while because I've just been so busy with everything. Some of the people I like are BF vs. GF like always, and Tomato Tiger. He's really awesome with his stuff. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. And then there is Markiplier. There is Made You Look by Lex. And then Graveyard Girl. All of them I like. So they're really awesome. At Megan Horn. McKenna Horn. Sorry, McKenna. Alright. If you can meet one person, anyone, who would it be? Now, do they have to be alive or dead? Because if they were dead, I'd totally meet, like, George Washington. I'd totally meet Marilyn Monroe. I'd totally meet Betty Page. I'd totally meet, like, Abraham Lincoln. Because that'd be cool. He's a cool guy. Alright. And if they were alive, probably Robert Downey Jr. Other than that, that's all I can think of. At Brooklyn_3201. Summer or winter? Mac or Stella? Well, I don't really like Mac, nor do I like Stella. I used to use Mac products a long time ago, till it became really, really, really expensive, and then like you would collect all of those makeup packs. They still do it now. And then you trade them in and you get a free one. Well, it just kind of made my skin a little bit, well, I had way more acne. Actually, I had so much more acne than I did back in high school because of using MAC. And then Stella, I don't use Stella. I've heard that their products are really, really good though. And so I'm going to be trying to do an impression about those. I haven't yet found something that I wanted to try badly enough to spend the money to do it, because I've been trying to figure out things for you guys and what you guys would like. And then winter or summer. I kind of like winter / fall / summer. So if it's not too hot, I like summer. But if it's not too cold, I like the fall and winter. So it's kind of in between. Alright, at Thomas Loves Life 11. Out of all of your devices, which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite? So, my favorite obviously is my Samsung Galaxy Note 2. That's my cell phone. I've had it since it first came out. I'm really, really, really getting to the point where I'm getting really sad because they no longer make that phone whatsoever at all, and I'm very scared for when it shuts off. I'm so frightened. That's like my nightmare right now. And I've been just dreaming about like my phone just dying on me. So I'm very, very freaked out about getting a new phone, and I really don't want to, because once I get attached to a certain product, I don't want to let it go. Same thing with my iPod Touch 4th generation. I love that thing so much. And then I switched to this. This one is probably my least favorite out of it all, because you can't rotate the screen unless you're playing a game. It's very, very skinny, and on top of that, when I type, I make too many mistakes to the point that I just use Siri instead because it's just so difficult. I'm getting real frustrated with when I know I can type better on an iPad and on my iPod Touch 4th gen and on smaller phones, and then I can't type on this thing. It makes me very, very frustrated, and it's just like, dude, what the heck? But it's a good thing that they have autocorrect, but autocorrect isn't really, you know, your friend. That's just how it is. But I do like this thing. I love it a lot. Underscore breathing underscore fire underscore pizza or hamburgers. I love both pizza and hamburgers. Why can't I have a pizza hamburger or a hamburger pizza? Have you ever heard of those? I've heard that they're really, really good. I've never tried it though. At Lauren Green 01, Samsung or Apple products, why? Well, as everybody knows, I love Samsung. And I'm always going to probably be a Samsung person. I probably couldn't ever deal with not having a Samsung, because my laptop Samsung, my iPod, my phone is Samsung, my laptop Samsung, my actual home computer is Samsung, believe it or not, and my TV Samsung. I mean, everything that I have in my room is pretty much Samsung, except for my iPad Air, my iPod Touch, my PS2, my old school Sega, my Atari, and my Nintendo. Those are the only ones that are not, you know, any of those products. Those are video games, by the way, if you didn't know that. Not to be a smart person or nothing, I was just saying. At Brianna.19XX, Starbucks or Panera Bread? You know, I don't really drink coffee, and we don't have a Panera Bread here, but I heard that it's really, really good, and I heard it's really, really expensive. So I guess I'll just go with Starbucks. But I do like getting some of their Frappuccinos without the coffee in it, if that makes sense at all, or their smoothies without the banana in it. That's just who I am. I'm weird. Let's see. At Bunny underscore Bunch, what's the funniest thing you did? What's the funnest thing you did all summer? I was like, the funniest thing? I do it every day. When I went on vacation for a week to go to the coast, that was so amazing, so much fun, and I really want to do that again, but I don't know when I'll get the opportunity to do that again. Let's see. At Emir underscore O underscore Connell, are you still friends with Manda through 1409? As far as I'm concerned, yes. On her side, as far as we know, we're out of understanding, so there's no drama, no hate, no fuse, no nothing. Or animosity between any of us from what I know. So, everything's good on my side. At Ashley underscore Hudsid, cookies, cakes, or cupcakes? Ooh, I like cookies, and I like cakes, and I like cupcakes. As long as they're soft cookies, I'm pretty sure I'll like it no matter what. Oh, and as long as they don't have nuts in them. I don't really like nuts in cookies. That's just my thoughts. Let's see. At Peaches and Scream. Oh, Peaches underscore and underscore Scream. Do you still prefer stiletto nails, almonds, or squared? I love my stilettos. I love them to death. I even said that, unfortunately, if my nails break, I am taking them off for good. Well, they're coming to a point where I need to fill them again. And, they're not broken. So if they don't break, I don't take them off. But if they break, they're coming off. And I'm popping them off. Alright, let's see. At Madison underscore R underscore 40. Do you make any videos with Manda 31409? No, I haven't. I've asked to do collabs. It's not been done yet. So, yeah. Let's see. Underscore unicorn child underscore, are you and Amanda still close? Are you only distant because you're so busy? And did you realize how much she's changed? As to the fact that knowing that she's changed, everybody sometimes changes in life. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad. Sometimes it was just bad. The whole thing was just kind of bad timing. But we're just working on things. And it's also because we are super busy. I'm super busy. I have to go to school every single day. I don't really know what she does every day, but I just contacted her the other day about a product review that I have at the P.O. box, and then so as far as I know from that, I mostly reach out to her and I don't hear anything back until she says something to me. So, alright. At Pretty Pink Petty, what jobs were you each of the 15 jobs that you had from age 16 to 22? How did you handle having so many jobs at such a young age while you were going to school too? Had you had to have been working multiple jobs at the same time? How did you manage that and go to school? What has been your highest paid job? What has been your favorite job? What skills did you take from each job that you still use to this day? So this was from a Ask.fm thing, and I did have 15 jobs. I was only working part-time jobs, and it was different days of the week. So every Wednesday and Sunday, I'd be working at a law office cleaning for an hour or two. That one was my actual highest paying job, and I got paid like $230. And then Mondays from right after I got out of school, so that was back in high school, 3:15 or 3 o'clock or something like that. Anyway, I would get to my job and I worked at several construction places. I worked also online as well, so it wasn't just, you know, in school, stuff like that. And I did a lot of social media work. I'm trying to think how many other things. I worked for some bands, I worked for photography, I worked events, I did a lot of bridal stuff when I was in high school, and I did a lot of work for like tennis, and I did a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. Why the job description? Oh yeah, I tried to get a job at the mall. That never worked out, and I just never liked working at those kind of things. I've worked at travel agencies, I've worked at several different law firms, I've worked at, oh, what's it? It was, oh gosh. I've never, what was it? It was, oh yeah, for like, okay, you know, like people that work at like coliseums and stuff like that, I've done that before. All of these jobs were part-time, like literally they only needed people for a few hours or an hour or whatever, but you were on a steady schedule, and they would always time it with my school. So some days I'd be off of work on some places, and other days I would be off work of those places, and then whatever days that other places needed me, I went there as well. So I flip-flopped a lot around jobs, so that way I could hold in all those jobs. Sometimes I'd even go to work before school. And then when I got out of high school, I had several other jobs, and I worked, like I said, I worked for people in bands, I worked for Capitol Records, I worked for a few other record companies. I did a lot of work online. I worked for a gentleman in a band, and I also worked as his personal assistant. I also worked as his makeup artist, and I also worked as his hairdresser, and I also worked as, well, pretty much whatever a personal assistant does, that's what I did. Those were not the highest paying jobs, but for a part-timer kid in high school, getting paid $200 $8 for only 2 hours, 2 different days is a lot of money. And then how did I manage that and to go to school? By extreme time management. I had to be on time everywhere. And I still managed to get a 4.0 when I graduated from high school. So. And what skills did I take from each job? I learned money management. I learned time management. I learned how to do things and do things quick. I learned how to pick up on things. I learned how to work with people. I have amazing people skills. I learned how to be a team leader. I learned how to be a team seller. And I also learned a lot of salesmanship skills, a lot of communication skills. I learned a lot of advertising skills. I also learned a lot of, like, I don't know how to say it. Well, obviously I learned a lot of technology skills, otherwise Anyway, those are the kind of skills that I do, and what was my favorite job was, probably the personal assistant, because that was really cool. I got to travel a lot. I got to do a lot of things. It was a lot of fun. Alright. At _Chloe X _ would you rather wear makeup every day for the rest of your life, or would I rather never wear makeup again? Well, you know, I don't know. If it were me, I'd probably choose, probably have to wear makeup every day. I only say that because there'd be some days where if you want to go to a really, really nice function and, anyways, that one's kind of hard for me to answer. At Sammy's Curious, how is going to school? I wish I lived near you so you could do my hair. Thank you. That's really awesome. School is going good. I'm gonna be doing a Cosmo update really, really soon, and, it's just been super busy. At a.__n_h, when's your birthday? April 27th. At Danica__n, what's your favorite pet that you've ever had? Love you, Missy. Thank you. My camera is dying. So my favorite pet I've ever had is my cat. Obviously, she's in a lot of videos. And then at pinksparkles.fan.af, favorite makeup brand, favorite color, favorite emoji, favorite food, and love you. Thank you so much. Favorite makeup brand, Kat Von D. I really like her stuff. It's all vegan free. My favorite color is the rainbow. My favorite emoji is like probably the skull emoji or the diamond emoji or the heart the heart emoji. Favorite food, I love linguine alfredo from Red Lobster. It's like one of my favorites of all time. And then the last one is from _Cosmic Unicorn. What's my favorite all-time favorite TV show? I don't have a very favorite all-time TV show, but I do like TV shows back from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2000s. So, that is it. That is all of the questions. I'm gonna actually delete this right now, if it'll let me. Alright. So that being said, I hope that you guys all enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video up as well, because I'm going to be having some pretty cool stuff coming up. Like I said, I've got a product review. I've got some collaborations I've been working on. I already posted some of those on my blog already. So that being said, feel free to check out all my social media, and don't forget to subscribe, and please just keep positive. Ignore all the haters, regardless of likes and dislikes. There you go. So have a wonderful day, alright? Bye.